Female, you're bumping it. Female, you're doing it. Female, you're flexing it. Them man, they're watching you like you want it. I mean, I need like on your seat. Come on and give it to me, baby.
The heart and soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. WEFM is SVG.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, so we are in our Talk to Me segment, a little late this morning, but you understood why. Understood why. All right, so we are at 9:37 here in SVG. So we are just going to jump right into it. This is our Talk to Me segment where we give you, the listener, the opportunity to call us. Should you wish to ask us any particular questions, to comment on anything that was discussed earlier in the program, and just to hear our thoughts or opinions on anything that you wish to propose. All right, so the number to call is 457-9997, and the WhatsApp number is 457-9997. Yes, Christal.
What happened?
I'm watching your facial expression.
No, because in my mind, you always want me to talk about my intrusive thoughts and, behind the scenes.
Because you weigh everything on your face.
I do, actually. I
Right.
do. And it's real hard. All my life.
I feel like I know who this is. So take this.
Call you have
No. Don't
3
take it.
minutes.
3 minutes? We
2
don't have
minutes.
time. You got a minute, sir. Good morning.
Good morning to Christal.
Yeah, you have 30 seconds. Good morning, sir.
That's how you're treating the love of your life?
Because I know him so well. Huh?
I hope you'll be here to tell, I send that message to you because not hearing from you, I don't know what you're up to.
Yeah, I don't deliver messages, so she ain't here too.
So you're a fraud or a fraud.
I am a fraud with delivering messages. My mother
confession is good for
My
the
mother
soul.
could probably tell you this.
Can't send Roleza shopper, don't send you away.
Anyhow. Thank God Dave Roberts could strive over all these minor issues, so to speak.
Yeah, you're back, broad.
But yeah, man, come on. If I didn't got brought back, how could I deal with 3 or 4 or 5?
Hey.
That kind of thing.
How are you today, Dave?
How could I deal?
What's your contribution for today? Huh?
To harass Christal.
Plenty to talk about. Time of day. I am enjoying my Olympics and all those beautiful women I'm seeing showing off their bodies and so on.
Dave, oh gosh, let's not go down to that now.
Man.
I'm talking about something that's current. And still got to pick up Shafiqua. I see our boy run there, but he didn't impress me at all as I was expecting him to, but it's a good thing. This thing I call it repechage.
What is this actually? Let me Google it one time.
Second chance.
Well, do that. But it's given those athletes who didn't quite make it, the fastest losers or something like that, a second chance to compete and to show if they got anything in them and so on. So at least Roman has another chance to prove himself.
Tomorrow
what he's going to
after
do.
8, yes.
We have to be seeing what he's going to do and so on. But thanks to the Olympics, this game, this every 4-year game has become such a spectacle, and this one really, for me, surpassed all the others before, in terms of the amount of people that are participating now and all of that and so on. So that's been keeping me going. That was an interesting conversation. I wish I could have gotten to ask those guys some questions. Instead of nailing down your galvanized on your house, but the key thing is getting them bolted so that your roof can't blow off so easy. You only put nail down galvanized on a fall pen or something like that. So I think that was good information this morning coming from. And this should be continued, but then the economics is always very important. How many of us could build a real, complete, sturdy, buildings for us to feel safe in? That's the question. When you can't even make enough money to eat food and all of that and so on. Anyhow, love you guys. Love you. Keep it going.
Bye,
Take care. Have a good day. Bye.
You too, Dave. Bye.
Watching the Olympics. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But he's right. Handel has a second chance. Tomorrow, I think it's after 8 in. Let me double check.
5:30, I think. 5:30 a.m.
Well, the
Reportage.
5:30 is the semi-final.
All right, that's true.
So then
That's
it
true.
might be different.
Yes, we'd have to get that time ensured. Yeah. So yes, we did have an interesting discussion this morning with relation to the resilient building. I really do think that we need to have another continued, because there's a lot of information out there that, as a prospective builder, or as even somebody already in it, as a homeowner or somebody who owns a property, a building, it's a lot that we probably don't know. And that whole reliance on the experts and as James did say, he did indicate that sometimes it's you suggesting something and you saying something, but you can't necessarily put your foot down because you're not the expert. So you're relying on that opinion or the years of service of that particular individual to be a guidance, so.
That was a lot of information for me. As somebody who has not yet built, oh gosh, a little bit frightened.
That's in your praise, girl. No, and you know what? Let me be fair, right?
Yeah.
Because let me be fair. I don't want to make it sound like I had issues with my contractor or anything, right? My issue, as with most people, is money, a lack of money, right? So, so I don't want to make it sound like my contractor was the problem. But say your prayers. It is one of those experiences that would drain you mentally and otherwise, But
I don't drain and I ain't start yet from the information this morning.
You have to have the mental strength, because there was like a period when they were speaking about the drawdown, waiting nearly 3 months for a drawdown, only because there was an assessment that had to be made, etc. I mean, in the end, it worked to my advantage. But yeah, I tell you, it is one of those processes where if you have the money, it's going to be a lot easier. And I ain't build no kind of mansion. It's just enough to make me comfortable, right? It's just a little something. But, one of the things that you also need during that time period is a lot of support. Your friends or your family or whoever, like my support.
Like columns and stuff.
Yes, so the columns as well would help significantly. Right? But so like my architect was actually my support system during that period, because he understood the frustrations, he understood, the waiting, he understood everything, so I could have vented to him. No, he's married.
Oh man.
But he's my good friend, and and his wife knows me. So now I just had to say this with you and Christal, because Christal always
Man.
Christal always.
Seventh there.
But yeah, if it's an experience, I mean, I think that is one of the things with most of us as Vincentians. We want to own our own homes, but you have to be prepared for what home ownership means. And you want your own space, but it comes with a price.
For me, on the outside looking in, right, I would just like
the other way.
Go the other way. Oh, sorry. That's what the song go. Sorry, I wanted to ask, in terms of like sometimes when you see people,
this is me being easy distracted. Look at when she wore her national colors. But continue, Christal.
Excuse me, Handel run this morning.
Since she coming this morning, and I was going to say that, but I kept quiet.
Look at y'all. Handel ran this morning.
So you represent a Handel from this morning at 5:55 a.m.
Listen, I missed the first train. I ain't missing the second one. I made the second train, because we didn't say we were going to wear this today, but I make sure we wear it. I stand outdoors, stick up there. And as you mentioned that the
reportage, just not something charge.
Round, right, will take place. He's in heat 2. I will take place tomorrow morning. It says here on Google 6:08 a.m. So he has a second shot at getting into the semifinals.
That's our time?
Yes. Google's so smart. I am assuming it's gonna be our time. But normally that's how it pops up. when I put in Google, I see Caribbean stuff first, and then it gives
Okay.
me my time zone, right? But I was just saying, like, when you look at properties that are for sale, I wanted to ask him if it's fair for people, because sometimes people say, our house so expensive, but could it be that it was built to withstand like category 4 hurricanes, why it's so expensive, as opposed to the different levels they were talking about, they were referring to, and maybe that should be stated in your write-up, built to withstand category whatever it is, when people are like purchasing or selling homes. So people even look for that kind of things.
And as you say this too, I wonder if maybe in a way, when houses are being sold, especially if you know who the owner is, if it's like a direct sale, maybe to get a copy of what the architectural plans were.
And the inspections and all
Because
that.
because they would have the detail. No, not that. They would have the detailed information in terms of that other part of it.
That thing there.
Yeah, that's right. With columns and all that stuff. All that detailed stuff. Maybe to get a copy of it as well. Could be.
It feels like it's such a tricky process, considering resiliency building to purchase homes, because you don't know if the person had a shady contractor.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
2 pieces of steel in there when it's supposed to be 6. Can't go knocking on the walls now. Hey, how many are you in there? I'm so sorry.
But one of the other things, so we're going to bring community deadline just now, folks. Just now. All right. One of the other things, so whenever I see properties or houses for sale, my heart sinks a little bit. I know that for the persons who are looking for homes, they might be excited to see what's on the market. But in many cases, it's like somewhat, I look at it as sometimes being somebody's dream that is being put up for sale for whatever reason, right? They might be going through a financial situation or whatever, and they can't meet the obligations, or maybe they went in it with somebody else, one person has died, relationship mash up, or whatever the zombie story might be behind it. So sometimes it's always with a little bit of a mixed feeling when I see what.
I've never thought that way. I'm just here thinking,
yeah. You see some homes, and you could tell in a way that they personalize in a sense. Yeah. So I feel like sometimes it's somebody's dream that is being put on the market.
With 1,000 balloons.
I should be playing the violins behind there.
And 20 colors. Yeah, I mean, it is sad, but I find, for me personally, sometimes when I look at the sort of structures that are on sale, some of them are unfinished, right? And I'm like, big house ain't really all
it in the end. It
matches up to be. One, it's more expensive to construct. Oh gosh, don't even talk about cleaning it. I don't know how people are looking at big house,
but I honestly think that for many persons, not everybody, but many persons, they build houses that they don't need in terms of the size, as in the houses are too big. Right?
Unless you're building to break it up, you expect to have like some use. For me, it really doesn't matter. How did we survived eras of 1 bedrooms, everybody screen job in a bedroom, one thing. And we moved from that to like so massive that you have to use your phone to message somebody else in another part of the house. And I don't know, I feel like because it was so close knit, the relationships are probably better in the smaller house as opposed to the bigger one. And then the bigger your space, the more money you're going to spend to fill it. Like, you know what? Yeah. Over there look like it need a couch. Over there look like it need something on the wall. I'm like, for me, this is me. Like, no,
you're correct.
Personally, like,
yeah, you are.
It's just so costly, man. And that floor space to go and mop. Jeez.
Yeah, if you don't like clean, don't invest in a big house. If you don't like clean, unless you're going to hire somebody to clean.
Got to break that up into 3 apartments. You see the size of some apartments and people happy? Man, give me one of those.
All right, so this is us yip-yapping on a different yip-yapping segment. All right, so we are going to have to end at this time and jump right into community deadline and then do our sign-outs. All right, so yeah.
99.9 WEFM.